Have you ever noticed how something starts with a lot of curiosity, even excitement, and then slowly turns into analyzing, discussing, and then nothing? I'm talking about the difficult process of dating and finding someone. You match with someone, you have a few good conversations in text, you think, oh, there's potential. And then what happens? You take it to your friends. You start breaking it down. What do you think he meant by this? Is this a red flag that she said that? How should I respond? And before you know it, once a simple human interaction becomes a group project, and slowly something shifts. The energy changes, the spontaneity disappears, and often it fizzles out. Why am I talking about this? Because I'm hearing non-stop from so many people who are trying to find the one and telling me that beyond looking pretty on the app, it's fizzling out very quickly. I want to talk about this pattern today because the dating culture has changed. There is too much psychoanalyzing that's happening versus really letting this connection unfold. So instead of experiencing the person, you're constantly interpreting them. Instead of being present, you're performing, editing, optimizing. It's exhausting. Here's the deeper issue. When you overanalyze every interaction, you move out of connection and into control. And you're no longer considering whether you enjoy this person or how you feel when you're with them. You're thinking, am I doing this right? What is the right response? How did I mess this up? And that subtle shift changes the pressure that you're putting on yourself and the pressure you're putting on the other person. Now add another layer. And I'm saying this because I'm seeing it happen a lot, especially with my clients who are in their 20s, is now they bring their friends into it. And while your friends care about you, they are not in the interaction. They don't feel the tone. They don't see the nuances, and they don't experience the chemistry or the lack of it. They're working with fragments, screenshots, summaries, and from the fragments of what you share with them, they begin to form opinions, sometimes protective, sometimes cynical, sometimes overexcited, and sometimes projecting their own experiences. And now you're no longer responding to the person in front of you. You are responding to a committee of voices. Don't text too fast. There's a real red flag. He seems too eager. She's too distant. Why am I telling you this? Because all of these strategies and overanalysis is killing the authenticity of your connection. To get to know someone, it takes time because connection is not built over perfectly crafted text messages that maybe ChatGPT is helping you with. It has to do with how you show up very simply, not making a big deal, just being present, easygoing, and as non-judgmental as possible. You have to be present, curious, emotionally available, instead of just trying to show up perfect or corrected. There is a difference when you're just low-key hanging out with this person, trying to get to know them, whether it's on text, versus when you involve 4 friends and share, which ends up becoming over-processing. If you find yourself stuck in this pattern, I want you to consider a few shifts. First, stay in the experience a little bit longer before you analyze it. Let the interaction breathe. Maybe try to meet, try to talk. Don't just hold on to words somebody uses the first time. They're probably as nervous as you are and may say the wrong things and are beating themselves up after the call or the text. I shouldn't have written that. I shouldn't have said that. Try to minimize on the external commentary because you will find yourself trying to control the outcome and you're not giving this person a chance. Be present, be curious. Let the connection unfold. Don't be in a hurry to overthink, overanalyze, and most importantly, lose your authenticity. The last tip that I'm going to give you is not until you can feel there's potential, there is a possibility. Even a first meeting happening before you introduce your friends is so much smarter. Because remember, there's one thing for you to really understand where you are in your journey, what kind of person are you ready for. It may be different from what you had set up as a criteria, but this person seems to be worth modifying those rules a little bit. So make sure that you are processing your own experience before you bring your committee of friends who are absolutely well-wishing into it. Hope you find this helpful and wishing you all the best in your dating life. Please remember to keep listening and watching as part of your weekly self-care and learning ritual. You know there are lots of commonalities in our lives, relationships, in our joys and struggles. And my hope is that this material will help you expand your perspective, give you some clarity on how to think about things, and ultimately make you feel better and sorted about your life and relationships. Hope you have a fulfilling and wholesome day.